Hello everybody, this is Havoc and welcome back to another Ancient Empires faction overview. Today we're going to be looking at the Aetolian League. Now the Aetolian League is kind of a small band of certain factions, city-states, etc., just south of the Macedonians, kind of in that area. Delphi I think was kind of a part of it, Amphissa, there's just a very small little band of troops there. I read a thing that they're actually kind of... some historians say they were pretty much like bandits and pirates because they didn't really have a whole lot of resources in the area, so they kind of just all banded together and decided to pirate themselves away. Their roster is actually consistent of a lot of mercenaries, which kind of makes sense. It's a small region, so it makes sense that they would either mercenary themselves out or through whatever means necessary, bring a bunch of mercenaries in to fill up their rosters and to fill up their armies. So we're going to kind of dive right on into it, and we're looking at generals to start off with. We have the Aetolian picked cavalry. He is a tier 1 skirmisher cav, which is interesting. These guys have an ammunition rating of 6, ranged offense of 11, missile range of 8, charge rating of 3, offense of 6, defense of 12, armor rating at 13, and armor rating of 8. Morale at 13, and they have decent stamina. So they're really not going to be that good at engaging in combat too much. Their melee offense isn't that great, and they don't have a good charge rating. Their good thing is they could probably pick a few guys off with their skirmishing ability and then run off and support their troops with morale. Next up, we have Mercenary Thoriophori. These are tier 1 spear infantry. Basically, their ammunition is 3, ranged offense of 10, missile range of 70, charge rating of 4, melee offense of 9, melee defense of 15, morale at 10, and armor rating at 5. These guys have good stamina. They are tier 1 spear infantry, pretty typical across the board of what they do, but they do have some pretty decent melee offense and melee defense. Again, they are a mercenary unit, though. We have Aetolian picked men. These are tier 2 spear infantry. Charge rating of 4, melee offense of 9, melee defense of 13, armor rating of 8, and morale 11. I would still probably pick these guys. I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably put them in here since there's so few actual Aetolian units. They'll probably be in here regardless. And then we have Mercenary Thoriophori. We've seen these guys before. Charge rating of 3, melee offense of 8, melee defense of 13, armor rating of 10, and morale of 10. Tier 2 spear infantry, and they're going to be pretty good. They're going to be disciplined. They're going to have expert charge defense, resistant to fatigue, all of that kind of stuff. Down to melee infantry of Mercenary Thoriophori. Charge rating of 3, melee offense of 8, melee defense of 13, armor rating of 11, morale at 10. They have a good stamina. They have the ability to throw a pilum, a ranged shot, and of course they're disciplined, expert charge defense, etc., etc. Down to bow infantry, we have citizen archers. These guys are going to be tier 1 light bow, and their stats definitely reflect that. Ammunition of 23, ranged offense of 2, missile range of 120, melee offense of 3, defense of 3, armor and morale both at 5, and yeah. Pretty basic tier 1 infantry. We've seen mercenary Cretan archers. I just did them last episode, so I'm not going to go over their stats. You guys have seen them for so long. They're, of course, very good light bow infantry. We have slingers, citizen slingers. These are going to be pretty poor as well. They actually have a decently high melee defense, which is always funny to me. Ammunition of 30, ranged offense of 2, missile range of 240. Offense of 3, defense of 9, armor rating at 5, and morale at 5. So again, typical light slingers. And then we've seen mercenary Rhodian slingers a million times. I'm not really going to go over them either. For skirmishers, we have citizen javelin men. Ammunition of 4, ranged offense of 8, missile range of 70, charge rating of 1, melee offense of 3, melee defense of 8, armor rating at 5, and morale at 5. Make them pretty decent light skirmishers. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Definitely not going to be too super powered. We've seen mercenary Cretan Usinois a lot of times, so I'm not going to go through them. But we do have citizen levies, and these guys are actually pretty decent. Ammunition of 4, ranged offense of 8, missile range at 70, charge rating of 2, melee offense of 5, which really isn't that great, but their melee defense at 12 makes them pretty good defensive units. Armor rating is 7 and morale at 7, so you throw your ranged attack, the citizen levies could come in and plug a hole, or they could do something that could hold the line just a little bit until reinforcements come, because they aren't going to last that long with a morale rating of 7. And then they only have skirmisher cavs, so Aetolian picked cavalry, ammunition of 6, ranged offense of 11, missile range at 80, charge rating of 3, melee offense of 6, melee defense of 12, armor rating at 8, and a morale at 13. So these guys are going to be skirmisher cav. They have a pretty heavy attack. ranged attack. Not the best offense, but certainly some decent defense. Morale's pretty high as well. They're definitely skirmisher cav. And then we have mercenary Tarantine cav, which we've seen these guys plenty of time before. And that's pretty much it. Again, you know, a lot of people are crying foul about small unit rosters with a lot of these factions, but these guys, these mods, are actually pretty historical when they come to how they develop rosters. So if there's a small unit roster, there's a reason for it. And you also have to consider that the area of recruitment is definitely in play in the campaign. So just because there's only a handful of units in a faction does not mean that that's only the handful that you're going to get throughout the entire campaign. That's just for custom battles. In the campaign, you're going to have area of recruitment guys all over the place. So I just want to mention that, wanted to throw that out there. I've seen a few comments about it and wanted to address it. But you guys know the drill. I'll see you on the battlefield. Alright everybody, welcome to the battlefield. We are in northern Greece, actually central Greece I guess you could say. We are just outside of Athens, and today we are playing the Aetolian League against the Achaean League. Now these guys are going to be pretty ridiculously sick. I outnumber them by a good like 250-ish because they are very powerful. They have phalanxes, they have things I don't have. So we're going to try and get through this and try and survive basically, and we'll see how well it works. Let's get down to the armor compositions and we'll be good to go. Aetolian Pictmen, I have 4 of those guys. Look at them real quick. Very nice. I do like the detail in the Greek factions. It's not overly complicated, but it still looks really sharp. So I have 4 of those guys. We have 3 units of citizen levies behind them. On our left flank, we have mercenary Thoriophori. I know I butcher that word every time. Over on our right flank, we have a mercenary Thorakitai. Behind them, we have mercenary Cretan archers. And then behind them, we have mercenary Thorakitai. Mercenaries. These guys are the melee version. These guys are obviously the spear version. And behind them, we have mercenary Rhodian slingers. And then we have a few units of Aetolian picked cav. After that, we have our general, who is actually over here. I should have put him over here, but that's all right. Let's go ahead and get this battle started because I am petrified of what I am going to see. This guy's going to move pretty well. How are they going to move? We got a couple of skirmishers over here. They got some skirmishers. We got some picked cav coming at us from that angle. I think we're going to stay in this formation pretty much right now. And you know what? I'm going to make things a little unfair. Move that way. Let's actually get our slingers this way. We'll move our Thorakitai. Don't really want to leave a gap. And then my citizen levies will come in right after them. I've got guys over there. We've got guys over here. I'm going to go ahead and they're going to throw their pilums. Move at them, please. Wow, that's a nasty charge. I'm going to go ahead and bring my guys up for some support. Archers, you're going to fire at these guys far away. They already routing those troops. Absolutely insane. Go after these guys. We're going to move our dudes that way. Not completely routed, but they did come close. We're going to turn you off for now. Use you for later. We already have a unit of levies routing. They'll come back. We already filled that gap with our mercenary Thorakitais, though. Sweet, we have that secured. We're going to come out here. And I have pretty good range with these guys, I think. I should, since they're slingers. We're going to work on them quite a bit. Don't want to get too exposed over here. So we're going to kind of pound on them. All of you guys, let's start just focusing on some Guys in the background. Really work on those archers. What are we doing over here? We've routed one of their cav, which is perfect. Let's get the levies over here. Our other levy has come back. So is our other spearman. Where is he at? He's up here. We're actually use him as some reinforcements. Can you hit those troops? You can. Brilliant! Working it out, man. Working it out. Let's go ahead and hit these dudes in the back. Boom! Fire! Fire the missiles! There we go. Keep him distracted. We're going to move up, and I'm actually going to go ahead and engage my general around here. Let's get these guys. As you notice right here, these troops are in reserve. They are using the reserve functionality that these guys have built in, or I don't know if they've actually like built it into the system or not, but it is a feature where these guys won't engage unless they have to, unless there are some external factors going on. And you know what? That general's about to engage there. Bring him around. You guys run out. See, look, they're chasing me. They're chasing me, which is a really, really cool thing. Let's actually go over here. Oh, there's a hole there. There's about to be a hole there. This guy has already used up his ammo. Get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. We're going to pressure these guys now. We're going to swing this dude around back, swing this dude around back. This dude is not doing anything, neither is this guy. We're going to start crushing them. This is going a lot better than I expected it to. Go ahead and take those guys out. We've lost that and haven't lost them yet. We're about to lose them. We're going to move all of our slingers around this way. Crush that last little bit there. You're going to move there. You're going to move there. We're faltering here, but we're okay. This is a cluster. This is a really big, nasty mess, to be honest. And we're taking them all out. All of my archers fire on the general. Then let's go ahead and get some good screenshots. I'm going to go ahead and turn the overlay on because I think the flaming arrows look really cool with the overlay on. If we can get a big unit. Oh, wow, they've got a nice little pocket hole right here. They've opened up. Yeah. Dirty nastiness. It is dirty and it is nasty. These guys are completely surrounded, though. Come on. Poke him. Kill him. Kill him, kill him, kill him. Okay, so we've routed everyone in from there. Let's go ahead and get into full-time mode here. I'm going to drop my general by just to say hello to all of my little friends. Let's go over here. Actually, you're going to, like, move around. There we go. You're going to fire on those guys who are still fresh, some oddly enough. We're going to run into these foreign Thoriophori. We're actually going to pull my spearmen over there. Yeah, they're getting that morale debuff because of my fire arrows, but it's also working against their troops, which is just as equally as important. Those guys should probably rout. Gonna hit that general. Hit their general with my general. Looks like they are routing. Brilliant, we routed them. This is going amazingly well. We're gonna have a hard time with fighting these dudes because the rest are pikemen. Pikemen do not rout easily. as I have found out many a time. Why I keep putting them in battles, I don't know. So look at that nice little opening. Just shoot these guys. What are you guys doing? Unit came back. Awesome. This dude's still running everywhere. He'll tire out pretty quick. Their general has routed. Get out of there. That dude's gonna rout. He'll rout eventually. You slingers just start pummeling this Argive picked phalanx. He is gonna get pummeled. Line up here. So this is kind of a bloody mess. It's a little bit of a drag down shootout, but we're gonna work it, I guess. So you can see he's pulled out. He sees what I'm gonna do. Just that functionality is really, really smart. The AI has gotten a lot smarter. They've done a lot of good things in the coding and things of that nature to really make them think, I guess, really, to really use their reserves, since that's such a crucial part of this mod. To be able to use those reserves correctly, things of that nature, makes it a really, really good mod. Okay, so we've routed the general, or not the general, another group of spearmen. 13 seconds and we can get out of there. Use our war cry. Use it on those guys. Really give them a debuff. There we go. They should be wavering soon. Why did you go in there? I don't know why you are part of that battle. That was not smart of you. We do have some slingers though, and oh no, those are archers. Those are archers. Back up. Back it up, back it up, back it up. Let's get my general out of there. My slingers can go and attack these guys. Do want to try to hit an attack there. Keep forcing them on. See what this charge does to them. Honestly, don't expect that it'll do too much. Nope, their morale's still at 9, 13, 9. No, we're not going to convince them to do anything. That was really fast. I don't know why I zoomed across the map like that. Our cav came back. Awesome. Gonna keep lining them up. Got 28 seconds until we can hit them again. You guys just get into the battle there, man. Do a nice little charge. We've lost a slinger, but it's okay. Come on, route, dude. Route. These two charges should do something. Do something. Still not doing a whole lot. These guys are not dying very easily. There we go. Just gonna have to do that. Kill these guys, for crying out loud. What if all of them were focused on one single unit? Wonder how that would affect them. I mean, imagine getting charged in the rear by a whole bunch of horsemen. I'd say, screw that, I'm out. Here we go. Those Achaean picked men, picked Peltas, they've routed. Can I do anything yet? 47 seconds. These dudes just are not routing either. Turn around, hit these dudes in the backside. Because they are tired. Nothing. What about now? 13 seconds. Our guy picked Peltas. Do a war cry and then get into them. Those two combined should pretty much bring those picked Peltas down to wavering. They are exhausted, so that's going to affect it. Okay, good. These guys are down to 1 morale. These guys are down to 3. We're going to kind of stick with it for right now. But they're already recovering. See, they just recover so quickly. Use fire arrows on these guys. Draw them out. Where are these guys' morale? It's at 5. They're at 15. Good Lord Almighty. Our army is just legit, just straight up giving up. Good Lord, what is happening? I don't understand what's going on right now. Oh my word. They're not even that tired. These guys are exhausted. See if we can't get these individual units to rout. May just be a little too... There we go. That may just be what we have to do. We kind of have to pick them off individually. Go here. Goodness gracious, it's ridiculous. Are these guys coming back? They are coming back. Good. I don't know about those other 2 units. Good. We're all coming back. Oh, but those guys routed 4. Good. Brilliant. Awesome. Love it. There we go. Now hit all these guys in the back at once. Be more from the side and back, but you get the meaning. Come on. Waver. Waver. Alright, pull back. Oh, thank the Lord, one of these guys are routing. What about this guy back here? They made him rout. Oh, I think we got it. Yeah, I didn't rout that dude, or I didn't hit that dude right in the back. Scoot back. Hit that dude square in the back again. Here we go. Surely all of those guys hitting him in the back should do something. Come on. They are just not going to rout for anything, man. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. These guys are very shaken. So are my men. Here we go. Maybe they'll die soon. Don't waver, men. Guys are very tired. These guys are winded only. Let's get my slingers in here. Get those guys right there. We've routed those units. Awesome. We only have very few units left to kill. This battle is intense. Get here. Let's see if we can't hit him with the debuff. Good. Brilliant. And then he's going to rout. Thank the Lord. We're done. Woo! And the battle, that was a decisive victory. Very impressive for both sides. All right. That's the Aetolian League, ladies and gentlemen. We almost very badly lost. These pikemen would not rout for the life of me. And lost quite a few troops, but after cycle charging enough, everyone routs. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the Aetolian League. Again, their roster isn't that huge, but there are reasons for it. Believe me, guys, they do things for a reason with this mod. I know you haven't seen a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, but there is always going to be a reason for things the way they are, for the most part, especially when it comes to rosters. So if you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Be on the lookout for the next Ancient Empires faction overview. This is Havoc, and I'm out of here. Peace!